Hello everyone, my name is Naresh from Taste. Today I'm going to do for you a very simple, very delicious curry. This isn't an ordinary curry, this is going to be a sweet potato and root vegetable curry, and we're going to serve it with just some plain rice. What we've got today for the curry are these ingredients. We've got some sweet potato, red, green, yellow peppers. I've got some nice squash in here, all cut up. Green chilies, some ginger, some red onions, some parsnips, some green beans, and some baby bok choy. A little bit of garlic. Here we have some coconut milk, a little bit of curry powder, and finally we've got some cilantro. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to prep our main vegetables. Depending on how much heat you want, you can do either the whole one or half. I would recommend you do half the chili first. You can always add more to the top when you finish, just to make sure that you don't overdo it. Not everybody likes a red hot curry. I'm going to make sure that the pan is nice and hot. To the hot pan, I'm going to put some oil. You can see that it's already started to shimmer, which means our pan is ready to go. The first thing I'm going to do is put the onions in. The reason why I'm going to put the onions in is because I don't want the other ingredients to burn. So we need to stir this a little bit. Wait till the onions are nice and ready, and then I'll put the rest of the ingredients in. Being a sweet potato curry, we're going to use sweet potatoes. In this case, I'm going to peel it. Make sure that it's nice and clean, and I'm going to slice it up into bite-sized chunks. At this point, I'm having a look at my onions. I don't want them to burn, just to make sure that they're cooking nicely. As you can see, the onions are sweating away nicely. We're almost ready now for the second lot of ingredients. I'm going to put in here the ginger, the garlic, and the chili. I'm going to keep stirring while they infuse the flavour into the oil. Remember, we don't want these to burn, so we're going to put them on a medium-low heat, okay? We're going to put in some red peppers, but these will go in towards the end. Some green peppers. Again, they'll go in towards the end, because we need to keep them al dente, we need them just for the colour and the texture. The butternut squash is going to take the same amount of time to cook as a sweet potato. The other things I've done is peeled some parsnips and cut them in quarters. These are also going to take the same amount of time as a sweet potato. So these just need to be cut into bite-sized chunks. The first thing I'm going to be doing is putting in the curry powder. I have 2 tablespoonfuls of curry powder here. That should be perfectly enough. I don't think we're going to need more. If we do, we can always add a little bit towards the end. I'm going to put in here 2 teaspoons of salt. That should be enough, because we don't want to over salt the food, because you can always add a little bit towards the end. This is very important. You must, absolutely must, roast the dry spices first. If you put them in with the liquids, they're going to be raw, they're going to taste raw, you won't get the best out of your curry. You can see that it's darkened up, the spices are now nicely roasted, and this colour change indicates that we're ready now for the next step. The next step is the coconut milk. I've now put in half a tin of coconut milk, and this is going to simmer for a few minutes. I'm going to turn the heat down now to medium-low, and what I want to do is I want to cook the coconut milk until you can see a sheen of oil coming to the top. This is almost ready. Once you know that the coconut milk is cooked, we'll be ready to put in our other ingredients. The mix is almost ready. What we're going to do now is add the harder ingredients. These are the ingredients that are going to take longest to cook. I'm not going to put the peppers in at this stage. because I want the peppers in to be al dente, crunchy, and we'll leave them to the very end. We're going to mix all the vegetables in with the sauce, coat everything, so make sure all the flavors are going to be coming through once these vegetables start cooking. While the veg are cooking, I'm going to cover them up, let them cook, and I'm going to finish prepping the other items that we're going to put in the curry. Okay, we're going to put our green, red, and yellow peppers, which are already cut up. I'm going to put some green beans, because I like green beans. They add flavor, they add crunch, and they add color. It's always good. Green beans are fantastic. I'm going to put some bok choy, and this bok choy is going to go in at the very end. Guys, we need to be very careful at this point. We need to make sure that the curry doesn't stick to the pan and the vegetables are cooking properly. Let's have a look. Well, it's not sticking, but you can see that it's drying out very well. I think we're going to need a little bit of water because it's just starting to stick and I don't want it to stick. I do need a little bit more moisture because we really want that to cook the vegetables. I've got half a cup of water here. I'm going to put that in and I'm going to see if this is enough. Yes, it looks fine for now. And what I'm going to do is turn the heat up to medium, because now we've got the extra water in there, we know that it's not going to burn. Put the lid on and let it cook. In the meantime, what I want to do is have a look at the rice. Now this rice was cooked in a rice cooker. What we did was put 2 cups of rice, 2 cups of water, and just let it cook on medium. As you can see, the rice is ready. With the lid, it's just going to stay warm. So now we have 10 or 15 minutes more. The curry's going to be ready, and then we're going to have a wonderful dinner. We're almost there. What I'm going to do is check to see how the vegetables are doing. They're a little bit hard, okay? Sweet potatoes aren't ready yet, and the parsnips are not ready yet. It's been 5 more minutes since the last time we had a look, and I think we're now ready to add the beans. The squash isn't quite cooked yet, but once the beans go in, they're going to cook together until the beans are nice and crispy. Remember, you don't want mushy beans. It's bubbling away nicely, and I'm going to add now the beans. Okay, these are going to cook for another 5 minutes. And once these are done, I think the rest of the veg is going to be done as well. We'll cover the lid and wait for another few more minutes. Let's have a look and see how we're doing, because this is the point where we want to put in the rest of the vegetables. I've got here the peppers and the bok choy. These will go in because you want these to retain their vibrant colors, crisp taste, and wonderful flavor. So what we're going to do is put all these in, mix them up, cover the lid again, and give it 5 more minutes before we're ready to serve. The last item I'm going to add to the curry is going to be some cilantro. This is a fantastic herb. It's got loads of flavor, loads of fragrance. I'm going to give these a quick wash, and we're going to chop them up and put them in the curry. The curry is almost ready. You can see that the bok choy is nice and almost wilted. That means it's still going to retain its crispness. Our green beans are nice and cooked. You don't want to overdo those. I'm going to put some cilantro in. I'm going to let the cilantro infuse its flavors, and we will be ready to serve in a matter of minutes. I'm going to switch off the heat, and we are now ready to serve. Now's my favorite time. Can't wait to try this. It smells fantastic. Look at the vegetables, absolutely vibrant, nice and crispy. I'm going to give this a taste. Wow, it's superb. Guys, you need to try this at home. Until my next video, look forward to seeing you again. This is Naresh from Taste. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.